Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at Logic Pro and SynthMaster 2 and some other percussion stuff. Okay, so you can see here that I've got these into folder stacks. Here, one called drums, there's a bunch of tracks in there, and also some special effects stuff here. If we expand this a little bit, you'll see this named drums, special effects. And then we have 7 tracks. Well, we have 6 tracks so far. I'm about to add this track here, but first of all, I'm going to play through the project for you, what I've got so far, so you can hear how it sounds. We'll just do that now. So this is where I'm going to add this sound in here, start adding this sound in here. So the track is progressing along nicely. I'm going to explain what I'm going to do as well. Also, I'm going to show you how to set up a folder stack so you can keep your stuff organized a bit like this. You can still see what's going on. Like on this one, we have the effects. This one here, I haven't put into anything yet. And what this is a drum machine designer pack here. If I highlighted it here and I open up this window, which shows the playing surface, you'll see that I've used a load of one-shot impacts. I've built the kit myself from a pack that I made for MobileMusicPro. I think it's in one shot, but it's part of the special effects. That was the sound that comes in there, and it's the only one I've actually used so far. But I can, if I want to, I could then put this into drums, into the folder stack of drums, and then that would free up more space for me here. But first of all, before I do anything like this, I'm going to just add this stuff in here. I'll just have a quick practice with it. So get the track. So SynthMaster 2 is absolutely blinking solid inside of Logic. What we're going to do is give myself a count in, and I'm just going to record some bits and pieces over this with that sound. And then it goes on to this section here. So I've recorded this SynthMaster 2 section. Let's check it sounds okay. So we'll play it all, but you know, just to see. Okay. It sounds okay. So now what I've been doing is when I've wanted another track, let's just make that a bit smaller, choose whichever track that I want to duplicate, and all I need to do is just hit this and then it duplicates that track there. And then I can go in and find another sound in SynthMaster. Just going to expand it here, and I'm going to find a pad sound for the next sound, but let's see. Synth pads. Oh, I like that. So anyway, you pick your sound and whatever. Can minimize that down again. And then let's see. Okay. So I'm going to bring that in somewhere here as well. But first of all, before I do that, I'm going to make a folder stack because all this is getting kind of too much now. Just double tap on this track and then create folder stack. Right. Okay. So drop that down again. And now if we open this, you'll see that the first one has been placed into the folder stack, but we want to place the rest of them in as well. So what we need to do is just drag them in like this. And this last one, track 8. And now when we close this back up, you'll see that our synth masters are there, but now we've got a lot more real estate left to play with on the actual Logic track screen sort of thing. And the track obviously is still there. So as well, because there's just this one impact here, I'll just solo this so you can hear it, and I'll just play it. This is the from the Impact drum machine designer, sorry. But there's no other impacts in that track. But so what we could do really to save up space is we could drop it into this track here, which is the drums. So I'll just take this, which is our impact, and then just move it up like that. Stick it in there, and then we can close that track down, unsolo it as well while we're here. Close that track down, and now our impact is in here as well. Okay, so right, and it's adjusted its resolution so you can see what's going on. Right, so let's go to the end here where I've got, let's just move our loop focus over. Let's just play this. I'm going to go into my SynthMaster thing, and it says sub 3 now. I'm going to rename this for SynthMaster. Okay. I'm going to open it up. Choose the track. Record that in, so we go back to the beginning of our, I'll switch the loop back on, go back to the beginning of our thing. I'll switch my, I don't really need the metronome because I've got that drum pattern going on, so I'll just hit this. This will give us a 4-bar counting, and then I can record those chords in over this. Now, all we need to do is just select this, go into our information for it, and I'll just swap the quantize to 16s, and hopefully we'll have brought in our notes at the beginning there. Okay, cool. Let's see how that sounds. Switch this off. I don't want to go back to the beginning. Let me just close this up a little bit for you. Okay. Go back to where I record, round about where I started to record. So this is this one now, and okay, so what we could do with this drums, we could add some extra percussion here for the second part of this. If we go in here, sort of thing around here, this second section, we could put in some other percussion. We don't need to add it now to our folder stack. Okay, so we don't need to add that yet. What we need to do is we need to find some sort of percussion loop or something. So we go into our browser here, go to loops. We'll drill down for drums and electronic, and let's just see what we can see. Maybe what else we got going on here? So maybe some percussion. That might work. It's great. Just running through all this cool stuff. So this, so for example, if we grab hold of this, we can either create a new track with it, or we can go to where we want to start, which we want to start there. And it actually, we're lucky it was a four bars anyway, but it's easy to extend this stuff, of course. So now what will happen is when we play this from the beginning of that section, let's do that. So we need that a bit louder, right? So let's add the compressor. And an EQ. I'm going to use the Studio VCA. And this might be actually good. SynthMaster. Okay, so just lowered that down a little bit, and you can see because we've got these folder stacks, we can open up any of these in the mixer and, you know, add effects, control them all from the mixer as well, or of course just selecting the instruments and going in, and you can't add any effects to these, but you need to go in to a folder stack, choose the effect or the instrument that you've got there, and then you can open up it and you can add an audio effect in. And that's how you do that. All right, summing tracks are different. With a summing track, you can add an effect directly in to the actual track. So if you have summing tracks, they're slightly different, but I have done a video that covers summing tracks as well. Okay, so we've got this drums, this extra bit of drums here, and if we wanted to say use that again, we could just tap on this and then tap on this here, and this will allow us to actually duplicate that pattern, which I might well do just for fun, because I quite like that. So for the next section it moves over, which I won't get into today, but you know what I mean. So yeah, basically that's how you do folder tracks, and just showing you how stable SynthMaster is. But let's put this into the drums track, shall we? So we can class all this down. So we want to drag this into this folder stack, okay? So we just pick it up and it'll start to move, and then you drag it anywhere you like in the folder stack. All right, doesn't really matter. They're all going to be, it's going to be the same settings that you've had, but you can position them anywhere you like, and you can recolor them as well, each individual instrument if you want to. Then you can close that track up, and you've basically got you know, much more control over everything that you've kind of got. Anyway, there you go. I just wanted to show how I've been working on this with a bunch of SynthMaster 2s, which has been marvelous. They, not one crash, no issues. CPU is minimal considering how much is going on. It's really cool. In total, there is about, yeah, looks like if we open them all up and then go, we've got like 42 tracks in total. But a lot of this stuff isn't being used, bearing in mind, because there was only in this drum machine designer, there was only one sample used. You could go to the other tracks obviously and trigger them as well. So if we were in our drum machine designer track, which I think is this one, let's close our special effects as well, which is the MMP impact. If we select it like I showed before, I have, wait a sec, what do we do now? Do I go into an individual thing? Can't remember. But yeah, oh, here we go, actually, it's on the impact track in it, so sure. But I only used that one instance there. Anyway, there you go. I will yeah, I'll play it through again with the new bits added that we added in, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. It wasn't really anything spectacular, but I just was playing around with folder tracks because it really helps to organize your workflow. We've got 40 odd tracks worth of stuff, and you know, very short space. Anyway, switch that off. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, please consider becoming a patron, and I will see you later. Ta-ra.